reference book that's my level when it comes to gardening. It's called The Complete Idiot's Guide to Landscaping. It's the latest book out by Joel Lerner. He's here live with us this morning to tell us why perhaps fall is the most important time when it comes to planting in your yard. We're going to explain live next on Fox 5 Morning News. Stay with us.
Nothing with the word idiot would ever be associated with you, so put that book down.
Oh, no. It definitely applies to me when it comes to gardening. However, I will say that it may be getting colder, Michael. It is getting colder. Let me tell you, it is chilly out here this morning. Nonetheless, fall is the time to do some landscaping. And I just read that in this guide, thanks to Joel Lerner. It is his 7th critically acclaimed book, and we're going to title you as Gardener, Landscaper, Author, One Real Cool Dude. Does that work?
That sounds good to me, Holly.
All right, now, let's get right to it, because there's actually a lot to talk about. And the thing that stuck out the most to me when reading this Complete Idiot's Guide is that it says right here, October is the most important month to ensure that your plants stay healthy year-round.
That's right, even though it's cold out there. That's absolutely correct.
So I really got work I need to do in the month of October. That's right. It's very critical. So
that's right.
What do we need to be doing?
In fact, thinking about it now, you know those people who are out there in May and June and they're looking at the neighbor's yard and going, oh, isn't that a gorgeous, gorgeous yard? Well, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous yard because that neighbor got out there and did some work in October. Planting bulbs right now. If you don't plant your spring bulbs,
you're not going to have them in the spring.
Right, to have them in the spring. And even bulbs that'll flower in wintertime as well. And so that's one of the very important steps to take.
Another big point that you make in this book is that you need to think of planting in the 12-month interest. Think of something that's going to be good for 12 months, and you need to start that in the fall.
Yes, absolutely. Well, fall is the time for planting. So that would be a great time for planting your perennials that aren't in bloom right now. There are some perennials that are in bloom right now, like the Japanese anemone back here. You might not see it because it's just budding up and starting to get ready to flower right now.
But when you mean the 12-month interest, you're talking about things like crepe myrtle.
Oh, crepe myrtle, even wintertime. Crepe myrtle flowering. It flowers into all summer long. It didn't flower this summer real dependably because we didn't have a long photo period every day. And they need full sun. And we had excess moisture.
That is a very impressive way of saying we had a whole heck of a lot of rain. Not a big photo period, right?
Tom would know better than me, actually, but I think we're 1 day of rain for every 2 days that we had this year or something like that.
So what did that mean?
The crepe myrtle for 12-month interest is that the bark is interesting also, and you can see the bark is just starting to exfoliate right here, and you get this great mottled kind of tan, gray look to the plant. So as the old bark falls off, this is not unhealthy. In fact, it's very ornamental. That's winter interest right there. And then planted at the base of this plant are Japanese silver ferns, Japanese silver painted ferns, and the silvery color lasts throughout the entire winter time.
We also want to talk about protecting our plants because that's important right now.
That's true. It really is. And, you know, protecting the plants at this point is more vegetable gardens. If someone was lucky enough to have a vegetable garden this year,
which was a rarity,
absolute rarity, it would be very, very good idea to protect the vegetables right now. Tropicals have become very, very popular these days. And so tropicals would be another plant that you want to get out there. Protect your bananas out there and protect your calocasias and your caladiums and so on.
Okay, we have less than a minute, so I want to make sure we get 2 other points in. Yes. We did have a lot of moisture.
A lot of moisture. Santolina is one of those plants that loves the dryness. You put it in the ground so that it can hold over and last even during drought situations. We didn't realize we were going to have rain every other day this year.
So what do we do since everything's so saturated?
Well, this is what happened to the Santolina. Sometimes it's a remove and replace. It might come back next year. Lamb's ear is another one that went down. This nice furry leaf right here. You can see some of the decay that happened right here on the lamb's ear. Nice example of lamb's ear this year.
And I want to get this in less than 30 seconds because a lot of people are concerned about their lawns this time of year, and this really is the important time to take care of your lawn.
Absolutely, the most important time to take care of your lawn. Here's some open areas right here. I just brought along a little bit of an aerator. Aerating is the first best step you can take.
And you need to aerate every year?
Loads of holes every year. Every fall, aerate. The more you can aerate, the better. Once you're done aerating, the next thing you're going to do is take a little bit of compost. Ordinarily, you take it in a shovel, but we only have several seconds left. And so you want to just sprinkle it into the holes. Don't cover your lawn that's there already, but sprinkle the compost into the holes. Next thing you would do, a little bit of lawn food fertilizer. You can use a high nitrogen, 28-8 is an example right here. You would sprinkle that over, following the directions on the bag.
Feed and seed.
And
Feed and seed. That's what we're doing,
and
right?
And then seed is the next thing you would do.
All right. Now, Michael and Lark, you can see why, compared to Joel, I am indeed the idiot. Nonetheless, he's got a lot more to share. Coming up our next hour, we're going to head to the backyard. I'm just going to walk around with my book in tow and listen to what he has to say. Back to you.